Hi guys, and we're back in with our very first semifinal of the day of the season of the FSL Female Esports League Valorant Open. Here to bring you guys the action. Of course, I'm Jenny Orichuli, and with me is my lovely, talented co-caster, FS. Before we start, we'd like to once again shout out to our sponsors, Intel, Dreamcore, Super Solid, as well as a Yahoo Unmuted partner with Val, which of course, this iteration of the Valorant Open would not have been possible. That being said, guys, we're about ready to hop into game for our first semifinal of the day between, I kind of want to say, crowd favorite, Team Celeste. Of course, they did win the first season of the Valorant Open. I think there are a lot of excited fans waiting to watch Celeste play again. I know
I'm excited as well.
Yeah, I'm excited.
This is my first time seeing them, so everyone's been talking about them. So
yeah,
I'm
I mean,
excited.
I saw them play last tournament, and I am now a fan, so I'm really excited. They're going to go up against, of course, versus M8HEXA, who we did see yesterday during the group stage.
And he popped off.
Yep, popped off, pull off some pretty good games. Also, both Celeste and M8HEXA, if you guys noticed, we're a bit ahead of schedule. It's because both of these teams actually 2-0'd in their quarterfinals. Celeste won against No Brain Gaming 2-0. I think their scoreline was 13-6, 13-4. Whereas M8HEXA, very convincing 2-0 as well, 13-2'd. Who was it? Overheat Valorant L that we saw yesterday as well in both of their games. So very good scorelines, and it's going to be really exciting to see how the two of them match up versus each other.
All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The first semifinals, and we'll see to find out. We are here to find out who's going to be in the grand finals, because whoever wins this proceeds to the grand finals of the whole tournament itself.
Yep, definitely. Stakes are high, especially compared to season 1 of the FSL Valorant Open. We do have an increased prize pool as well. This time around, the winners of season 2 will get a nice, I think it's $500 just for first place, which is always nice.
We got the money here.
You can, you know, buy your coach's
bank.
keyboards. Well, we're not. Technically, we're not making bank.
I mean,
they're making bank.
Yeah, true. But yeah.
We're here to tell everyone why they deserve to make bank.
Well,
I mean, we've all got eyes. We've all got eyes. We can see the plays going down. Trix instantly going to take some damage over at the start. Of course, we are starting on Ascent, so this is on the defense side. M8HEXA on the attack. Oh! We're going to pick one off over at Catwalk, and instantly it's going to be a 4v2. Only Omen and Sage still left up.
I really like the fact that Trix actually utilized her Blaze instead of getting the heals from the Blaze, utilizing the hot hands, and a really good spot as well. Now the wall has been popped out. CT will be blocked. They have to shoot it down, or even utilize her own note, utilizing the barrels as well, just to climb up on top of the walls. And now the only one alive is going to be Ayumi. Ayumi has to play against 3 players. Raise is really low though. Definitely doable here. Will get instantly headshotted by Cha with the Ghost. And there you go. The first round is going to go towards the side of M8HEXA.
Yeah, this is a start that they want. They want to be able to carry this sort of momentum into the start of the best of 3 series for sure, especially into round 2. Yep, and it does look like Celeste will be going for the pretty standard eco on the second round. So 3 classics, 1 sheriff, as well as 1 ghost. So Tarathiel. We saw some. Not even some. I'm going to say I saw the best race play I've ever seen in my life from Tarathiel last season. So really excited that she's going to be rocking the Sheriff this time around. Does go down, however, over at B main. Phoenix and Sage with the concentrated push. The Recon Dart is going to scout out a couple of players still at the spawn over towards the B main side. However, looks like they are going to rotate over towards mid.
Yeah, but the damage has been dealt though. There's a lot of damage taken on towards Reina as well. And Neri needs to get a kill here so she can at least get her health back. But it's not going to be easy for her. And Neri will try to rotate. Crescent will be able to take down a Vulnerable. Now, the B side has been set in stone here. It's going to be again 1v4 situation yet again as well. It's going to be hard for her at least, but Trix is not going to make it easy for her at all. Takes it down, and now score's going to be 2-0. M8HEXA making it look pretty easy so far the first 2 rounds, but usually for me personally, I will just not even bother about the first 2 rounds. I mean, it's a good like short like boost, but it doesn't really matter. This is when it matters. Everybody has guns up, and this is where things go a little bit even. I would say it depends on whether they get the entry frags on the attacking side, which has been dealt by none other than the Immortal player. It's going to be Trix.
Did I see a Sakura gun?
Yes, it was Sakura gun.
Oh,
Sakura
that's beautiful.
Wait, I want them to make a gun with like an anime, cute anime girl.
15 to what?
Yeah. Like
Okay,
that.
you know what? I'm pretty sure there's an audience out there who would drop cash on that money, but
Exactly.
on that gun. No,
That's
but
what I mean.
You know what I think will really let Riot rake in the bucks on cosmetics is once they introduce the gifting system. Boom.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
they're
gonna make
all
all
so much
this,
cash.
all the guys buy stuff for me.
Wow. 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 Again, there are 2 types of people in the world. Abyss, a nice kill off.
I'm gonna get my viewers to buy for me, man.
Standard, no, yeah.
I'm gonna give them my right ID and they're gonna buy everything for me.
Good to know. Good to know.
Please don't. Please stop.
Don't send him.
Please
weird
keep
DMs,
watching me,
guys.
viewers. Thank you. I'm not using you just for money, okay? For the right skins, right?
Said literally every streamer ever.
But this time around, Neri actually managed to take down a triple kill here, and finally they get the first round. And we've talked about this earlier on as well. It's all about the guns up, and this is where things get a little bit different, because now this time around, both teams will be able to have their guns up, because earlier on they had the Spectre still on the side of M8HEXA, so now they have at least the Phantoms, they have at least the Vandals as well. Maybe just for Diana and Invincible, they have the Bulldogs, they have the Spectres. Maybe, I'm not really sure if Diana's a Bulldog player, because some players don't really like the Bulldog. You know, some people actually prefer the Spectres, or even the Ghost as well.
I mean, Bulldog and Bucky, I think you have to be a certain type of player to really go for those guns
Bucky.
during the eco, especially Bucky, just the lower
Yo, if you're a Bucky
tier
player,
of
shout out to you,
reactions.
man.
I mean, we saw a couple of Buckies
Yesterday, who was it? Oh, who was it? The one that using the Odin player that was using the Steam
Was it
beacon.
Lanaya?
Yeah, Lanaya.
Lanaya.
Lanaya. Yeah.
Girl inspired us so hard to play Brimstone with Odin and lay down the Steam beacon. But yep, from round 3 onwards, full utilities, guns, full shields is really when we start to see all the flexibility and the strategies that coming out already.
Goodness.
Just Phoenix, the last person, Trix left alive for the side of M8HEXA. Can she make something happen? We did see one game from them yesterday. Trix, of course, is an Immortal. The only Immortal player on her team is going to go down over around Catwalk.
Yeah, now this is where things turn over towards the side of Celeste. They pick up the guns. They don't even have to buy the guns. We'll be able to pick up the guns as well for themselves, even though they didn't buy Vulnerable. Actually, only bought a Bulldog, and now he will be able to upgrade to a Vandal just by picking up the guns. And now this time around, M8HEXA is forced to actually save this. Everyone has Ghost at least. When it comes to utilities, when it comes to everything, they all have it up as well. But on the other side, they have 3 ultimates up. They have the Empress, they have the From the Shadows, as well as the Resurrection coming out from Ayumi. So, definitely still in favor of Celestian right now.
Yep, but talking a bit about M8HEXA, Ascent is, I want to say, it's definitely the map that we've seen the most from them. They went 13-2 and 13-4 in Ascent during the groups. Also 13-1 and 13-2 in quarters for their last tournament. So I'm not sure if, you know, they're a one trick or this is just their comfort map, but they're definitely very good on this map in particular. Also, M8HEXA did play in the first iteration of VALORANT 1. They actually came in 3rd and 4th. Last time, Celeste, as you mentioned before, were the eventual winners. So you have to think just, you know, both these teams really want to beat each other. This time around, they're meeting once again in the second season.
One thing I want to point out in this composition that M8HEXA has, they lack some sort of... They lack vision blocking. I mean, they do have the Omen smokes, but for some reason, they don't really smoke mid. They don't smoke short when they push in mid as well. And when you only have 2 smokes, even after you smoke, it's not going to have enough time for them to slowly walk to wherever they want to go. Maybe they want to go from B to A or A to B towards mid. When you lack the smokes, it's not really easy for you to actually push in. Now, they are going to smoke towards short. But Valinsible has been such an amazing job at getting those really good pickoffs as well. No? Oh, Trix yet again as well. Trix has been doing such an amazing job with the entry frags, but for some reason the team is also lacking when it comes to trying to push onto the site. Opting to run it back. We'll be able to try and see if we can actually get a kill here.
Oh, that's unlucky. There's no one over on the left side. There is Sage over deep into the
He knows.
market. However, yeah, she
Smart
saw
plays.
her.
So what she did was Ayumi actually did not allow her to get vision. No information was given whatsoever. They did run it back to him, and Trix did not find out whether there's anyone in B. So now they're forced to actually move towards mid and all the way to A side. Valencia finally gets taken out. So this is definitely go time for them to actually go towards A because information is given, communication has been delivered. There's no one in A. There's only 2 remaining, and the rest of the players are still in B. They get a resurrect though onto a Turretio.
Yeah, it's going to be huge for those. We've seen Tammin again, one of the game-changing players on her team. Trix right now waiting over by the box over A. Oh, it does get taken out though. There's going to be
Unlucky.
2v3 breaking down the stage wall over by Heaven. Reina's eye is going to come out. Going to try to Journeyman storm the top, but instantly getting sniped by Sage.
1v1.
It's going to be a 1v1 between the Omen and the Reina. M8HEXA does pick up Inari right there. It's going to make it a 3-3.
Judging
Very
from-
even game.
Yeah, judging from these, the 6 rounds that we have actually seen, I can really assume that both teams are equal when it comes to skill level.
Oh yeah,
Now-
we've definitely
yeah.
seen a step up
Yeah.
from gameplay as well
Exactly.
compared to yesterday's games.
So we might actually see a marathon here. We might actually go 2-1. Hopefully we see 3 maps in this semi-finals, and hopefully they'll put on a good show. But so far they have been putting on a good show, and I really like the plays they've been making as well. Earlier on, Trix actually made the decision to wait for all 3 members to actually push in, which is smart, but he kind of missed the kill on the last one. Now on the stage that was actually pushing through. Alright, Trix earlier on has been doing such an amazing job getting this entry frags, and now he knows the position that there's always a Reina here, but the Sova though, he needs to find out where the Sova is. There's no stage, there's no race this time around. He's making it slowly, trying to figure out whether he's gonna push inside this side all alone yet again.
Yeah, and I like how play from both of these teams. Celeste, you know, Reina's positioning, she's been switching up every single round. Sometimes she's on the left, sometimes she's on the right.
Oh no!
Oh!
Smart plays there. Trix finally gets taken out by Turretio, and this is gonna be really hard if by Cha with the paint shells will be able to take down Turretio. They say that's the race difference, knowing her abilities very well. And there you go, attackers finally win yet again as well. And Celeste actually was the winners of last season, if I'm not mistaken. And
Celestial's one of the other teams,
Yeah,
but
and-
also in the tournament.
yeah, and now this time around, M8HEXA is giving them a run for their money actually.
Yeah, I agree. But as you were saying, you know, I mean, HEXA definitely very comfortable on
Ascent,
this
right?
map. Yeah,
Yeah.
on Ascent. And I like that what we're seeing, which is very decisive play, but yet
Ooh.
every single round they're switching it up.
All 5
Talking
of
about
them,
switching it up.
all
5
5 of them in mid.
defenders all in market.
They're ecoing. They're gonna pop up the smokes as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. When
Yeah.
you eco and you lose in terms of just straight up firepower, you kind of want to win in terms of just pure numbers. You want a 5-man bum rush, which is what we're seeing this time around. Very aggressive. We'll see if it works out. Already 5 versus 2. It looks like Celeste definitely have the better footing right now. Sage as well as Omen, last 2 members left alive on M8HEXA. M8HEXA does have the spike, however. Oh, she's going to catch out 2 members here. Not sure this is where she wants to be. Yep, does see the smoke coming out from Omen. So it does get some vision. Gonna shoot the blind, and looks like she wants to go for the rotate around A, but oh, she's stuck in between a rock and a hard place. She's taken it behind her, and M8HEXA falls not too late after.
Beautifully done actually on the defense side. A very bold move, especially on mid, because there's a lot of angles you have to look for. There's mid long, and then there's also mid link, and also on the left side, which is the short A link as well.
Yeah, I want to just screen cap the start of the mini map for that round. Just send it to my friends. Be like, look at this setup on the eco round, and they made it happen.
When you eco, you have to do that. You have to do something like that, especially when it's really close at this point. And now both teams have guns up yet again as well, balanced. It's all again we're in on a square one yet again as well. 4-4 to score.
Yep, I think 1 up on the Reina over in mid.
Now they're gonna know that they're probably gonna be all stacked up in B side.
Yep,
Sova's the only one here. 1, 2, maybe the third one as well. Running back has been finished. And Invincible actually managed to take down 1 kill as well. Iceberg holding it down on site.
Yeah, she's got vision right now of the spike, so she's gonna, as you said, have complete control of the spike. Raise her
Oh
there.
no.
Oh,
No.
yeah, she was gonna take splash damage from that nade. That's just rough. Phoenix right now, though. Trick's gonna hide out around here, trying to catch someone out over at this side. They don't have the spike, which is what's really causing her to hesitate right there. Is really not sure if you want to go for the spike retrieval, if you want to camp for the exit frags. Likely wanting to pick up some sort of exit frags at kill, but she is going to lose her gun going into the next round, so that's not the best.
So in those kind of situations, when you want to enter a site, you should always get ready and try to find out whether there's anyone on site. There should be one person on site, even on both sides or even on site as well. So you need to utilize your utilities. Like you have paint shells, throw it down. You have boombot, throw it down as well. You have flashes, throw it down as well on site. Surprisingly, they didn't. They just dropped on the site and expecting the site to be cleared. So that's kind of misplay actually coming up from M8HEXA.
Yeah, lost 2 members at the start. Also talking about Boombot. Boombot's just one of the most efficient tools for really clearing out corners on any of the maps.
Yeah.
But actually going down. Whoa! Some nice shooting right there from Crescent and Inuri. He's going to take down 3 members of M8HEXA. Right now it's just a 1v3 situation. Omen, Sage, and Ray still up for the side of Celeste and M8HEXA. She's in the same situation as earlier where the rest of her team is down. However, this time she doesn't even have the spike. You can see Celeste, just 3 members sitting on the spike at this point, making sure they catch out every single angle from the T side spawn, just wanting to make sure that M8HEX will have absolutely no counterplay whatsoever. They're going to meet right here. Nice shooting, takes out Terathio. Fastest fingers first, even with that classic, but does get taken out by the sniper from Invincible. Bit unfortunate at that point because after, you get the first kill onto Terathio, but surprise, it's still a 2v1. She's got the sniper, she's got the angle off of you, knows you're going to come around that corner because you just killed her teammate. But very nice try from M8HEX, didn't have the spike, however.
I do believe that was a eco round for M8HEXA. Yeah.
Some good shooting with that classic.
It was a sheriff, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Might be.
Ready.
Now, this is what I want to see, but for some, I would really like to see players like Iceberg, when you're playing a Sova on B, Recon Ball, Odin, through the walls, or even Sheriff as well.
Yeah, we haven't really seen a lot of wallbang through B, actually, this entire tournament.
Oh, that's going to be huge because they have the operator as well. And now, Mochi's going to use the ultimate.
Window, though.
Yeah, he used the ultimate to actually go all the way around and on Heavens as well. Right now, going to be able to try to pick up the Terathio, but Terathio is going to be the one in lead there for that 1v1. And now, Terathio knows that the Phoenix is there as well.
Gonna get flash.
Oh, I love this way utilization of the flash as well. Oh, but this is even better. Can he actually find the kill? Yeah, misses the kill with the rockets, but at least they got 1 kill as well. Now the only one on site is going to be Sova. Sova's gonna get taken out. I think they're gonna be able to, get this round 5-6, and this is still pretty close.
It's really close, and the thing is, when you see these types of back and forth rounds, it's especially bad for the losing team, more so than if, say, you lose 2 rounds in a row, just because neither side, when they lose, is going to get the extra 500 loss streak credits or the 1,000 once you start rolling it past 2 rounds in a row.
And look at the utilities here. They have
really
the ultimates
limits
up.
your buy.
They have the Showstopper. They have your Theft as well as Resurrection on the side of M8HEXA. So they can actually play for Resurrect, which is perfectly fine. But Inuri has been doing such an amazing job at holding down the angles at the start of each round. Right now, Trix also has been doing a really good job at getting these entry frags, but Sova utilizing the recon is going to be able to find the position of Trix, but
yeah, I guess the location revealed from the drone as well as the ball. did retreat over into the safe spot to try and pull out the dart. Well, sniper shot kind of go wide, but the sage wall does come out so that she can use her res safely. Spike carrier does go down over in mid. We are in a 3v3 situation right now. Ray's gonna pop her ultimate, look for a good spot to really shoot it. Doesn't quite pick up anyone. Does hear footsteps, so does know that someone is around and nearby, but where? However, two people pushing in through courtyard.
Whoa! Ace, maybe ace. There you go, and Neri.
You will not kill my
Oh my goodness gracious me! This girl is on fire on this run. Finally, the half is done. So we didn't really expect that coming out from Neri, especially in such a position. And she held down the recoil for the Vandal really well as well on that third kill. The spray transfer was excellent.
Yeah, talking about the spray on the Vandal, I mean, if you're more of a casual type of player, the way that you want to aim with the Vandal is you kind of want to aim around for the neck, and when you hold down your spray, the recoil will naturally start spraying up, and you'll eventually hit the hid. That's, in general, one of the easier ways to try and control your spray. If you're at the level that these girls are at, you're just going for the hid, and you know how to control your recoil, so it's always very nice to see. But a tip for all of you guys back home, if you're wondering how to, you know, start trying to practice controlling recoil, aiming for the neck is a good idea with the Phantom as well as the Vandal. It will help you learn how to control that spray better.
This time around, it is going to be Celeste on the attack. Neri utilizing her flash to Lear. Really good hit shot on towards Mochi's, but Char's going to stop them in their tracks here on mid push. But Valinceable has no fear whatsoever, just pushes it through mid, gets hit shotted by Char, but Char now will be the one on the receiving side. It's taken out by Iceberg. Crescent's on site as well, holding it down with the classic. A really good hit shot on towards. Oh, so back and forth situation is a 1v1, v1, 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 v1. And now,
what are we, deathmatch?
Yeah, it seems like a deathmatch, but it's just all about timing. And Trix has the flash as well, right in front of you. Pops it, gets a headshot maybe. There you go. Finishes up by Yumi. And now the only one alive is going to be the Sova player with 41 HP, Iceberg. What can you do here, buddy?
In boathouse, and it's kind of one of the most obvious locations. They know that she's probably over in there. Spike was planted, so yikes.
The double peek.
2v1. You kind of have to look through the left as well as the right. The thing is, when you have the person advantage that M8HEXA obviously had, is just very easy. You want to both rush at the same time is how you want to really push that advantage.
So now Trix has 3 out of 6 of the ultimate charges here. All he needs to do is maybe get an AWP and maybe get a couple of kills on the next round. You can use it, run it back to... This is what I like about Phoenix players. You can actually use the ultimate to get an extra advantage. Just pushing in, and then you get the really good first frag, and then you're gonna minimize the amount of plays they have on their at the start for the enemy team. So I really expect Trix to actually do that. So I think he's gonna try to get really good entry frags, which is kind of weird because he's defending. He's gonna try to get this really good first few frags, especially when they are ecoing. Yeah, they're actually ecoing on Celeste. Yep, spots out one. Doesn't win one though. Doesn't spot the second one, but Ineri will be the victor in that battle. Now Ineri, and they get a kill. They don't have to push this, by the way. They don't have a layer. She has overhealed just by a tiny bit. She doesn't have a layer, so they kind of have to figure out whether they want to push this or whether they want to just take it easy and get another pick off.
And it's good because they did get someone, and they also managed to bait out Celeste's wall. Managed to bait out the Sage wall over at Tree, so they know they're not going to have that one up for the rest of the game. Looks like they are going around the rotation. Look like they peered in through Tree just to scout around. Market has been smoked, however, so it looks like they will go through Market instead. M8HEXA still not quite sure where Celeste are going to appear from. It looks like they are going to push B through Market.
Yeah. Mochi actually,
no one on site, and they pick up the Omen over in the back towards
and they take
spawn.
Out as well.
And site is clear. It's going to be a very easy plant for them. All that remains is how they handle defending the plant right now, trying to prevent the retake, which actually on site B is going to be pretty easy because compared to site A has a lot of entrances. You've got to watch out for Heaven. You've got to watch out through the door as well as through main.
But they still have pistols though.
That is true. B is pretty much you watch left, you watch the right side. As long as you kind of, smoke around the spawn side on the left and then look through a market, if you will. Should be pretty safe for them. Oh, just straight up around the corner. Gets the Omen kill. Reyna still in the boathouse though. Is gonna have to try and 1v1 the Sage at this point. Yep, she's just trying to stall, hiding behind that wall. They're not gonna have enough time for the diffuse. So Sage
tries to go for the knife.
Yeah.
But Inuri yet again as well gets the full K. Inuri has been doing such an amazing job at anchoring sites, anchoring for their rounds as well. But I felt like at that point of time, Mochi's actually left mid open, and yeah, you kind of want to cover the A short. I know that. Yes, they were doing a lot of stuff. You can actually hear the footsteps on rafters, going on catwalk, going towards A short, but never leave an angle open like mid, especially mid, in a sense, because mid is where literally, and you smoke mid as well. When you smoke mid, it's telling enemies to walk through smoke, you know, and they have at least 4 players remaining left as well. So mid was definitely one of the most prioritized movements when you want to attack that.
Yeah, the general rule of thumb is you don't, on attack, you don't smoke your entrance. You want to smoke where there could be from. You don't smoke on the entry in. The smoke is in general to block the way. So yeah, I saw smoke in the market. There was some questionable follow-up choices after, but that's good. That's a fast round.
Yeah, that was a fast round because they have the eco. They had no choice. Now finally, the guns are up, 9-6 the score, and yeah, Inuri 23-9, and this girl right here is on fire. She has the Empress as well, and Trick's still trying to figure out whether she can get the Phoenix ulti, which is to run it back, and it's taking a long time for Trix to actually get that. And whereas Chad's really close to the showstopper for the next round. And right now, Triggs is playing super aggressive yet again as well, which is I really expect coming out from a duelist player. But sometimes in these kind of situations, especially when you're 9-6, you kind of like...
Yeah, I feel like she probably feels that there's a lot of responsibility on her shoulders because she is the highest ranked member on her team. She is the only immortal player on M8HEXA, so the rest of her team is Diamond. Whereas you compare it to Celeste, every single member on the Celeste squad was actually ranked immortal and above from Act 1. So I think for Trix in particular, she's probably feeling like, you know, she has a lot of responsibility to make things happen for her team. Push in through A. Oh, picks up the Sage over in Heaven. So side does look clear for now. Only the 4 members from Celeste. It's going to be a bit of a slow rotation this time around. Spike is going to be planted. And M8HEXA have coverage of a lot of the points on the site right now. Just in a very good spot to defend against a possible retake. Yeah, gonna have to watch through Heavens, however. Presence does shoot down the wall as well.
If it was, I feel like this time around they should just save this because the next round they're not gonna be able to buy guns. So maybe the Cypher should just stay this. Even better would get some really easy exit frags.
Window being broken.
And you can tell that Inuri really wanted to take him down, but with only 17 HP, it's not going to be easy. And picks up the Sakura Vandal just for good measure because Sakura Vandal.
Because it's pretty.
Yeah,
I mean, skins get buffs. I mean, we all know
I
that.
really
It's
wish
facts. It's just facts.
I really wish they would.
Prettier
release
skin makes you do better in game.
Yeah, exactly. I just wish they would release a bundle for Sakura skins.
Oh my god. Yeah, each skin is like $15.
Maybe that's why they did it. Maybe that's why they did it.
The thing with the conversion system, so even if you want to buy the battle pass, which is just under 1,000 points, right? The thing is you can't actually top up 1,000 points. You have to buy something like, I think it's 1,500 or like 1,300 points or something like that. So you have to top up more than you need, and that's the way it works for the skins as well. You have to kind of buy double so that you have enough to buy one skin, which, I mean, I'm not a fan of the system, but then the skins look so good. I mean, what choice do I have?
Like I said, enemy girl on this and on Vandal.
Anime boy, maybe?
Anime boy too. Yo, whatever floats your boat, man. Like, whatever floats your boat,
Equal opportunity.
Yeah.
Is what we are on this cast.
Beautiful shock dot actually coming out.
And all the utility being used as well.
That's a lot of damage. Look at the damage dealt towards
both Sage as well as Ray's Omen does get taken out. Fire in the hole, which is pretty much a signal for the other team to just straight up run when you hear Ray's popping
They will push this. They will have to push this, yeah. Because there's no way they should not push that. They did so much damage in mid side. Oh, Trix get a really good flash, but with just the ghost, it's not going to be easy for her to actually get anything out of that. Diana only 42 HP and mid up against a lot of players on the A side. And it is going to be Inuri yet again as well. Inuri misses the first shot, and Christmas will be able to fix the area by herself as well, and now Diana picks up
Two people coming
vulnerable,
in
and now it's
heavens.
going to be a 2 versus 3
But the
situation
spike
here.
has already been planted though, and they know it's over at A. It looks
Yeah,
like they're
and
trying to see if heaven or if
Diana.
mid is the better option.
Yep.
Oh, yikes.
So, okay, now I can definitely tell that Celeste is definitely just the better team when it comes to attack. But on the defense side, I feel like they're pretty much on par. But attacking for M8HEXA, you see, when you have a player like Raze and when you have players like Reyna as well on your team, and you kind of have to play super aggressive, right? And Neri is definitely one of the players that seem to have the idea of what a duelist should be.
Yep, she's pretty much Reyna main since we saw that in Season 1 of Valorant as well. And talking a bit more about Celeste's tournament history, they were a professional CSGO team that later switched to Valorant. They were also the Southeast Asian representative for the Zoe Divina Women's Asia CSGO Championship in 2019. Last year, they also have participated in multiple Southeast Asia region female tournaments, and they have multiple top 3 finishings. So definitely a very decorated team is Celeste. And you can just kind of see it in the play and the way that, you know, they're very confident, they trust each other. When they say go, just all 5 of them are on the same page. So definitely communications and skills. They've got that 1v1.
She saw the gun. She saw the barrel of the gun. And she's
poking out from the side.
Yeah, she's going to be able to instantly spot out where Taretio was actually at. Now they're going to figure out. Oh, deeping towards mid, trying to figure out what the positions of the enemy. Doesn't even need to do so, and Neri actually manages to take down Trix. Will be able to enter B site. Paranoia comes in from Mochi, but I don't think she's going to be able to do anything as the wall has been set up as well. Tries to shoot through the wall, but as you know, when you are players that are experienced in the game, you shouldn't be planting here. You should be planting here, which is really good. You can actually see a vision from here.
Yeah, that's
vision from here as well.
Yeah, that's part of the default plant over on this site, not behind and to the left, as you mentioned.
Nowhere to run.
The thing is, why that spot is really better than the other side is because in general, you always want to plant closer to your side of the map. Over on the left side, you're a bit more vulnerable to heaven because it's a lot faster for someone to jump down from heaven and then spot you out. So you really want to be away from that side. Regardless, we are into match point right now, 12-6, and I'm a bit surprised. I think this game started off very close. I think especially in the middle of the game, it was we saw a lot of 5-6, 6-6, 7-6 was really the scoreline in the middle of the game, and suddenly it's been blown wide open right after the swap. And M8HEXA, not sure what their eco looks like going into this match point.
I was waiting for Trix to actually do this.
Press tab. Oh, so they did manage to more or less have their full buy, although some of them do have light shields instead.
The idea was there. This was what I was actually waiting for Trix to actually have the ultimate, but unfortunately, this time around, they got the wrong idea. But Diana, though,
popping off, getting a triple kill.
Yeah, with the Spectre as well. Now has the Vandal, and now has the position of the smoke, the spike, and all she needs to do is just wait.
Yeah, she was waiting for her heal cooldown just to make sure she kept herself topped off and full. Does have 100
she can even use a res right now if she wants to.
Yep, and there's a spike over by this side. Yeah. She did lose her armor, however, so she's a bit more susceptible to those headshots. But talking about headshots, getting the invincible. Gets taken out by the healer on the other side, but the rest of her team got her back, man.
That's a huge mental momentum boost there for M8HEXA. Definitely feeling herself right now and providing some encouragement as well to the teams. Even though it's 12-7, they definitely can come back. Only 5 rounds remaining. It's been done before, definitely doable still.
Yeah, this isn't a bad scoreline whatsoever. Also, 3 of the members managed to actually keep their guns going into this round.
Here. Look at on the other side, still has money. They're still pretty much okay for a couple of more rounds, I feel.
Yeah, I like how we're actually seeing almost a dead even split of Phantom versus Vandal for this debate. I think we've been talking about it a lot. There's one stray Spectre over in the list by Cha. I think on the side of M8HEXA, pretty much something like a 5-4 split.
Iceberg already taking some damage, forcing the heal from Sage. Now Mochi's literally right in front of her. Oh, you're not going to be running from this unless... unless using the Shrouded Step will be able to actually avoid the damage. Crescent comes in, will be able to help her teammates. And now Mochi's so low in HP. Mochi's before dying with such a low HP gets that trade perfectly fine. That's a beautiful trade. Forcing the resurrection on towards Tarethiel as well. And now Diana playing a little bit too bold there on mid side against 3 enemy players. And now it's going to be none other than Crescents all alone. And this is such a good opportunity for her to actually get a double kill. Maybe get a kill here. Tries to control it with the headshots but misses. And now the footsteps have been heard as well. She has to go against Sage, Ayumi, as well as Tarethiel.
Oh!
Yep, there you go. 13-7 is score. Celeste takes it 1-0.
Yep, very nicely played from Celeste. As we're talking about right after the swap, just Celeste really pedaled to the middle right there, showing us just how good they are on the attack side. Just once they decide to go full-on aggressive, there was really no stopping them at that point.
And I feel like they were very confident in the agents as well. If you look at the score here, 30 bomb coming out from Aneri, 31-12. 4 with 8 first bloods. This is the difference between Trix and Aneri. 8 first bloods, and she has been doing such an amazing job at getting those entry frags and getting those really, really awesome defense entry frags as well.
I mean, 5 first bloods from Trix is also really nothing to sneeze at, especially considering you're on the losing squad. So picking up that 5 first bloods is also pretty impressive, I think. Just impressive all around from both of these teams. I think coming into our semi-final, especially after seeing yesterday's group stage matches and this morning's quarterfinal, we were kind of hoping for a closer series, and I think that's what we're going to see this time.
Yeah, I'm expecting... so the loser side is going to be... The next map is going to be none other than, if I'm not mistaken, hold on for a minute.
I'm not sure what map they are
It
playing.
is going to be Split.
Split. It will be on Split. If it goes to game 3, it will be Haven was the picks for the map. So that's going to be interesting because we were talking at the start of the game about how M8HEXA, their most, we're not sure if it's their best map. It's definitely the map that we've seen them play the most of, is Ascent, and where they've had the best results so far just within FSL Valorant Open. So going on to Split, that's going to be a bit of a change.
There's going to be a huge change, and that is pretty much it for the first match of the semi-finals. If you want to find out who will be the victor of the second map, stay tuned. We'll be back.
Hi guys, welcome back to game number 2 of our semifinal of the FSL Valorant Open Season 2. I'm Jenny Julie. With me again, as always, is the trusty, talented Apis as my co-caster for this weekend to bring you guys the games. We're just about ready to get into game number 2 of our best of 3 semi-final between Team Celeste as well as M8HEXA. Celeste, of course, winning that game number 1. This time around, game 2 is going to be on a Split. And we've been talking about D-sided maps so far. Split, probably the most D-side favored map that we have currently out of the 4 maps on Valorant, and this time around, since both teams are swapping, it is going to be M8HEXA who start on defense.
I mean, aside from the fact that it's a decided map, and also one thing is you need to take note of that there's a lot of vertical angles up and down and left and right instead of just a normal left and right in maps like Bind, maps like as well as Ascent and Haven. Even Haven has the window, but it's not even in Heaven as well. It's not even that big of a deal, but in this specific map alone, there's a lot of different angles that you have to hold down. That is basically why a lot of players don't really like to Split, but Split could definitely be used just as a pocket pick for certain players, and I feel like maybe this could be the round where either one of these teams could just be significantly good, or it's either that or both teams are gonna be pretty bad at pushing this mid push here, especially on Split, which is kind of annoying, especially when you're playing on the defense side, as where Cha is exactly at. And no one really holds down this side because Ropes is definitely one of the most dangerous place to actually play right now. They're going to try to push this A side here. Beautiful movement there. All 4 of them actually pushing through. Not going to just allow them to go towards Heaven and get taken out. And but then again, one player did get taken out, so at least they get the bomb planted. So 300 credits there for the side of Celeste at least.
Yeah, it's still 4v4. They're gonna have to watch
Yeah.
screens who's really picked up the first kill, but oh, nice.
Oh.
I think it was the Boombot gonna pick up that nice kill right there. It's still 2 versus 3. Bomb is ticking, however, so they have to clear side before they really go for the defuse. 1% hiding out behind signboard. Breach.
Yeah.
Was able
Trust
to
in the
pick
Neri.
that one up.
Trust in the Neri. Neri earlier on dropping the 30 bomb, and I really expect
Reyna.
Neri to actually pop out yet again as well. But this time around, it is going to be a breach choice of agent here for a Neri.
Yeah, there's going to be a pause from I think the side of Celeste. Did call. Oh no, my bad. It was M8HEXA did call for the pause. I think chat is spiking, so we're gonna give her a bit of time to restart. And just to update you guys on the official rules for FSL Valorant Open, teams are actually only allowed to call pause in terms of emergencies, of course. However, pauses also can only be called during the buy phase. So even if you're going through, you're in the middle of the round and you realize that one player is spiking, you actually can't call for a pause just then in the middle of the action. You have to wait until the next round's buy phase. So
Hey, since we got time.
why? Guys, you can't see this, guys, but Afis has actually stood up. I'm not really
No,
sure
I like
what
standing
he's
up to
doing.
cast
I'm a
actually.
bit-
I should prefer standing up.
Yeah, that's if you have
Yeah.
like the screen in front of you, you can like,
Yeah.
point.
Also,
stuff.
speaking of, since we have a time right now, why don't
Oh,
we give a
no.
few shout outs to our sponsors? Man?
Ah.
Yeah. Hey.
I was
yeah.
apprehensive, but you turned it around. I was like, why is he suddenly stood up?
Shout outs to our sponsors of Yahoo. We have Super Solid as well as Dreamcore, and none other than Intel joining us this time around.
Yep, of course. Without which this iteration of the FSL Valorant Open would not have
Yeah.
been possible. To our lovely sponsors. Talking about Intel Dreamcore Super Solid, well, I'm in the market for a new monitor. I'm still like, looking around and everything. I had a friend build my PC
Gee,
just last year.
What great timing! Have you heard of Super Solid? They make amazing monitors. Why don't you check them out?
Yeah, guys, actually, we've been using them since at least for the last, I think, 2 years or so. Yeah, it's a pretty sweet setup. But guys, we are back into game right now. Hopefully, technical issues have been fixed. Already 2 members on the side of M8HEXA are down. It's a 4-man push coming out from Celeste. They are going to go through mid right here. Looks like they're going to go through B Heaven to pick one up.
And they do get
Side
really
is
good
clear.
pickups, especially. And we want to talk about the eco rounds here. If you get pickups, especially when you get at least 2 pickups, it's perfectly fine in an eco round. You're going to force them to buy out next round as well. And not to mention, when it comes to the 3rd round, everyone's going to be able to buy the full-on guns. And if you look at the perspective on the other side of the enemy team, they didn't buy much. So that means they can buy the full guns. And they're probably forcing the side of the attacking, which is none other than Celeste, to keep the Spectres. And on the other side, they have the Phantoms, they have the Vandals.
Yeah, I agree. Also, one thing that I really like actually from both these teams is that they clearly watch a lot of other pro Valorant tournaments and are keeping up with the meta. Because earlier on when we saw their agent composition on Ascent, if you guys remember, actually both teams went for Omen on the previous map instead of Brimstone. In general, Brimstone is played on most of the maps on Valorant. It's really the core of the 3 core for most teams. So they did go for Omen because just on the Ascent map, for example, Omen smokes are a bit more useful than Brimstone. And then right now on Split, most of them, both teams have picked a Cypher. Of course, if you notice, right now over on B side, they're going to set up the camera straight down B long, which is the very standard setup for Cypher. On Ascent, you have him parked onto site B and can pretty much hold site by himself. You have the wire over towards B main and then someone over towards mid. That's in general how you want to set up for B, so it's nice to see both teams doing this.
Ooh. Too late. Luckily got the trade down to AT. At least Mochis will be able to get the trade off, but Naomi comes in and keeps up the advantage here for her team. Slowly moving towards mid side. Vulnerable actually gets a pick off onto its tricks as well. And now they are figuring out whether they want to push towards the ropes and then move towards A maybe. I think they might actually go towards B. Yeah, they are actually already on B side.
I have the spike.
And they have to spike yet again as well. No one's actually on site.
Yeah,
Can just get the bomb planted. No, before they get the bomb planted, they're going to get the orb as well. planting a little bit more in the
That's a
open
very
side.
open spot
Yeah.
for the plant, though.
It's perfectly fine. You can actually see anyone towards.
Yeah, because they know that no one
yeah.
was there, so they do have time to
Yep.
run into Link and then the other person run into Heaven. The thing is, if you're not sure if these flanks are clear or not, that would be a very dangerous plant. But they knew that they have the upper hand because M8HEXA only has Sage still alive, and it looks like she's just hiding out over in that spot at A.
Wait, Iceberg wasn't playing the stage earlier on, right? It was someone else, right? Who was it actually played the? I think it was Ayumi actually was playing the stage. And this time around, Ayumi's gonna play the Cypher instead of.
Yeah,
the
because none of them
stage.
played Cypher, so I guess
Yeah.
Ayumi is probably more comfortable on that champ,
In
on
a
that
s- on a sense.
agent, on that agent.
In a sense, yeah. Iceberg was playing Sova, so it was basically the same. Sova and I feel like Sova and Cypher is basically the same type of.
Yeah, your sentinels,
yeah,
your scouts
yeah.
for your team get the vision. Cypher does take a bit more of that, mind games,
Yeah.
especially as she takes a bit more time for the setup at the start.
So this is where things will get a little bit dicey, I would say, for M8HEXA. Right now, 3-0 the score on split and on defense as well. And you were speaking about how it was very defense heavy, but from the side of Celeste, they're making it look really easy here.
Yeah, Celeste kind of once again
Oh,
showing
pushing
why
towards the
they
smoke.
are first season Valorant Open champions
Okay.
for FSL this time around. They're switching up the strategy, going through a main. There is someone in the smoke.
Oh, I think she's gonna get
though.
it. Surprisingly, she's not gonna go for
Get
it.
forced backwards by the nade splash, though. Just straight into sewer. Looks like they want to commit to this push, though. Smoke once again coming out. Does get taken out through the smoke. Very nicely done, I think. Oh.
Cha, whoa, Cha, what are you doing?
Nice!
I felt like
That
that
was
was
close.
that was just way too greedy there.
Yeah.
Should not have done that. He just held it in, and right now Monstable will be able to get a double kill really, really quick 180s. And I felt like that was such a risky move coming out from the race player there on the side of M8HEXA. When you're in an advantage, just fall back and move back and wait for the pushes in, especially on defense. Right now, the only one alive is going to be none other than Tarithio. This time around, it is going to be a 2-on-2 situation here. But
Faking the diffuse sound, though. Oh, no!
no, it's not even a fake. I don't.
No!
They didn't really have time. They did get a half defuse. I'm not really sure, but Tarithio will actually finish it up. And yeah, this is why you should always clear the bomb site. Pretty much.
I mean, in an ideal world, you want to clear the bomb site
Yeah,
and
and
then
also
go
at the
for the safe defuse. But I mean, clock is ticking. Oh, that was just bad. They only had two choices
Yeah.
and they were both bad.
No, the thing is that they didn't know where the other player was. It was a 2-on-2 situation, but they didn't realize that Ayumi was actually all the way on the other bomb
Yep,
site.
there's only Raze
and-
over there in the
And
back
I
of
feel like
the-
if they had the communication down to AT, that should not have happened. And I feel like you've already smoked down CT, and you just need communication. If you know this is on site, I don't think the last player should be on Tarithio, should be on CT. So very, very weird. Maybe there was a miscomm. I feel like there was a miscommunication there, specifically in that round for M8HEXA. Oh, we have a pause. Okay,
Yeah, I think it was Cha because Cha, the Raze on M8HEXA is the one with the ping spike issue, so it's very likely that they weren't able to communicate with her towards the end of that round.
Yeah, I hope they managed to fix it though. I hope so.
Yeah, I
'Cause-
mean
'cause-
you're in game 2 of the semifinals.
Yeah, exactly.
No one wants this to happen.
And also at the same time, you kind of have a shot here. It's not a rollover like previously. This time around, it's going to be a little bit different. It's pretty
You've got
decent.
everything working in your favor.
Yeah.
This is the time to turn around the series. It's right now on defense, on split, starting out. But we are into round number 5. We'll see what M8HEXA can do. Already they have picked up a very good pick
Which is good.
off of the Omen. Yep, so making it a 5v4 right now in favor of M8HEXA on the CT side. Headshot is going to equalize it to 4v4. Wall does come out over on the right side, and a nice boost by the Sage is going to pick up Tarathiel right there. So they know that there's definitely at least one Sage sitting on a B site. What is the rest of Celeste going to do? Looks like rotation over towards A is going to be the answer, and they're going to split push. They do have Sage. She's going to trip the trap wire right here if she's not careful, however. Trix does pick up that very nice sniper kill right now.
Using
two
dismiss
people
so
left
she
on
doesn't actually
Celeste.
trigger the chip wire, which is really smart. Dismiss is actually intangible, so you pretty much can go through pretty much everything except for walls, at least.
Yeah, that's the thing, because some ciphers try to play with the height of the trap wire. So for example, if they put it really low, they force you to jump. So even if you don't shoot it, you hear the jumping sound if you're still on site. But going intangible is pretty much the perfect counter to ciphers trap wire, because then you don't make any sound at all. Plus you don't need to destroy the trap. So very nicely done.
So there you go, 4-1. Finally, M8HEXA put a score on the board. Finally, it's not an egg anymore. At least it's one.
Aww.
Which is
That's
good.
like my parents looking at my primary school exam scores. Oh,
When you
it's
get
not
zeros?
an egg.
Oh.
No.
I was expecting you to say, what, you got zeros?
Like maybe 100.
Wow, okay. Weird flex, but okay. And now they all have guns up. This is probably going to be the most balanced out of every single round that they had earlier on.
Full
Tries to fake out
utilities, full
with
buy.
the short jiggle peek jump. And so this is the thing, right? If you know there's a boombot coming down, the moment you shoot, there's like 2 gunshots coming out. That's pretty much information already. There's 2 people in mid.
Yep, they're gonna shoot stage wall down. Nades and slow coming out as well.
I also like this coming out from Celeste, actually forcing them to utilize all their utilities. Now they only have 1 stage shop, and now they have no walls whatsoever. They also have no paint shells actually coming out from Char. So this is a lot of information giving, also a lot of utilities utilized on the attacking, on the defending side. Diana takes 1.
Yeah, and talking about the Sage Orb as well, because, you know, all it really does is a slow kind of balances out the rest of Sage's kit, because, you know, she already has the res, she has the heal, she's got the OP wall, which is pretty imbalanced.
No,
The Boombat's gonna... Oh, that was close!
You will not kill my ally.
Res
And the
gonna come out
resurrection,
onto
and Diana
breach.
actually manages to bait
You will
the kills
not
with the
kill
resurrection,
my
gets another
ally.
resurrection on this time on the side of the
Response
defending. Now Neri will be able to enter the heavens along
Hard
with the
push
help of
through heaven,
Unsolicited
but
as well.
only Reyna left alive though. Plan gonna go down. They kind of know that Reyna is gonna... Oh, she is coming through heaven this time. They weren't sure it's gonna be at garage though. They planted
1v1.
right below heaven, which is a very smart plant spot, because you can't actually see it from
This
the
is
heaven side.
So smart actually from Iceberg, switching things around, and
Going
now
for the flank. The flash
She
is
doesn't
gonna
even wanna
start
shoot
the
down.
diffuse. Nice.
tries to play it smart, try to actually bait out the flash and hoping that Iceberg should actually shoot down the flash, but instead Iceberg knows what to do. This is what I call experience. You have experience, you don't really, you know already what to do, you don't really need to give out the information that you're on heaven. And yeah, there you go, good job there coming from Celeste.
Yeah, nicely done. They're 5-1. M8HEXA. I mean, we talked about Split being a D-sided map. However, we've also talked about how Celeste's strength clearly shines through when they're on the attacking side, just because they play so aggressively and they communicate so well. Yeah, I mean, earlier when we saw Ascent, it seemed it was a very close game when Celeste was on defense, so maybe they'll do better after the swap.
Yeah, they know it's an eco round for M8HEXA, so
Yeah,
now
they're
right now
gonna
they're just going, they're pushing in heavens really hard here, and Neri with both flashpoints utilized just for heavens. And right now they're trying to penetrate towards B. Main has been
Well done.
exposed here, and now they are going to see if they can actually get the kill on towards Diana, and Diana's gonna get taken out, and Neri with the triple kill. I mean, I think it's a double kill if I'm not mistaken. And right now they're gonna completely obliterate this B site, and holding it down is gonna be the operator on Ayumi. And 6-1 the score here. Oh man, the lead is just
So they're starting to run away with the lead right now. M8HEXA on the Brimstone towards the end didn't have much choice. I think she was 1v4 at that point. She was really kind of camping around the outside of B main, hoping to maybe pick up a kill or two once the bomb started frantically ticking to pick up the exit frags, but got picked up. Got picked off instead, so not the best outcome for M8HEXA. They're gonna try to go for a different strategy this time. They are split 3-2 pushing over in mid as well as A. If they can't get a pick over towards mid, they're very likely going to pass rotate over.
I really like this
side.
confidence actually from Neri alongside. Oh, they're just gonna go straight. If they're okay, they're just gonna go straight towards rope because they understood that.
Yeah, they decided A early on. So the thing is, they're kind of making it seem as if they might go to B through mid, whereas two members were already setting up for over at A main. So once they got the pickup, it's straight to A side they go. They're going to start the plant, just trying to bait out the other team right now. It's not going to really... I don't think we'll really see a response from M8HEXA because it's a 1v4. It's
Also
only
not to
the
mention,
Sage left alive.
Toretto actually got a really good pick off. Actually, Iceberg and Toretto actually got a really good pick off towards the A main, and that's gonna literally give out information that A is open. Right now, the only one alive yet again as well. Diana has been in this position where she always ends up having to be the last one remaining here. But what can you do? You have the heal, so you hear them both actually coming towards Suez. The last one should be Suez. You definitely heard the last one is Suez. Oh
And it's a sniper too.
Oh man, she could have definitely got that last kill as well, and maybe.
I mean, she picked up 3, so
yeah. By then, right around finally leading the pack here on a Sage, and I mean.
Yeah, the thing is, I mean, oddly enough, I think a lot of Sage players find themselves in this situation because either on attack or defense. On attack, you usually have the spike and you're playing pretty far behind. So then the rest of your team dies, and then you're like, wait, my whole team is dead. It's really left to me to 1v3, 1v4.
Yeah.
I think, unfortunately, a lot of Sage players find themselves in this exact situation
yeah,
a
that's why
lot.
I play Sage.
To clutch it out at the
Yeah.
end. Nice.
Content, homie.
I might have to tune into your stream sometime.
I have 2 t-shirts which says clutch it.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I
You
wear that whenever.
you should sell those
Why? No.
as like merch.
Mine. Nobody can take it away from me. And as I say that, I know it gets taken out. Beautifully done. Gets a double kill. Mochi finally popping up with the perfect timing on the orbital strike. And right now, the only one alive is going to be none other than Ayumi on the operator. Oh my god. Timing just ever so slightly. Could have actually held down the scope a little bit longer. Could have actually gotten that kill against Cha, but
I mean, Mochi girl, she said in the lobby earlier, she was talking to us and she was like, oh, Ray Richu, I'm a big fan, but like, girl, look who's a fan of who. I mean, check that out. I'm your big fan. Come on, Mochi X.
so now
Sneaky.
Ayumi trying to see if she can at least get a kill here and pick up, but maybe a Vandal. She still has 40 seconds. It's not that bad.
It's like, I mean, this is the worst position you want to be in because she really wants to take the op into the next round. But she's kind of in the middle of 4 right here.
Pick up the Vandal. No, she's not.
M8HEXA just playing it very safe. They're just 3-man sitting on the spike. They know that
Yeah.
Ayumi has 0 chance of being able to retrieve it right
Oh,
now.
wait.
Oh, no! What? Oh!
There you
Gets
go.
1, gets 2, almost gets a 3. That
How did
was
she
so
not see
close. Yeah, she was like, I don't know, typing in
Yeah.
chat or something.
Yeah, I felt like in that kind of situation as well. She only had like sub 20 seconds remaining. Even though she
Yeah.
picks up the gun, the spike, I don't think she has enough time to get the plant. as
Yeah,
well,
for
so.
sure. She was really looking for
Yeah.
the kills. You can see there was a bit of a hesitation when she was like, you
Yeah.
know, I have op. Do I want to bring this up into the next round or do I want to, you know, pick up a Vandal or a Phantom and go for those kills? And we all know what she chose. Almost bagged that sweet triple kill. But it was still some impressive showing of skills at the end.
7-2 right now. The score still in favor of Celeste, the crowd favorites out there. Everyone's been talking about this team, and they have succeeded to impress me, I would say, so far, at least right now. But then again, M8HEXA is still not out just yet. Still in the running for the championship of this tournament. Now, pushing towards mid-side here, Neri. Definitely one of the MVPs, I would say, and the star players in Celeste earlier on with that 30 bomb. So I really expected her to be performing well, and she has been performing well yet again as well. So right now, pushing towards mid, I do believe they're going to try to maybe shoot this wall down. Walls up, Resurrection's coming in, so information has been given out as well. So right now they know that at least 3 players now in mid. Information has been given. Aftershock coming in, forcing Diana to pop out. And now the Sage is down. No heals, no walls, no slows whatsoever coming out from the side of M8HEXA. And Ayumi just pushing towards heavens here, utilizing the Neuro Theft. Information given, positions exposed, and they know that Trix is literally right in the side corner here, popping everything that he can. Cyber cages as well, slow ops, just for good measure. And now the only one alive is going to be Cha. Boombot coming through. Invincible coming from the back. Takes Cha down with a headshot on the Phantom. There you go, 8-2 to score. 4 rounds remaining here for Celeste to actually close this out. Can they do it though? I don't really think so. Maybe getting those 2 rounds and then maybe the switcheroo on the half could make it easier for
Yeah,
the
I
other
think
side.
I
I
think
don't know.
for M8HEXA right now, the thing that they want to do is they want to quickly get to the half so that they can push Celeste off of the offensive side and get them on the defense inside that instead.
Yeah.
That was really where we saw a more even rounds over in game 1. So that might help.
They know that the camera is mid, so they know the Cypher's in mid now. At least for now. So the camera has yet to be taken off.
Yeah, they're just trying to wait out the smokes. Right here, they put
Okay,
the
there you
smokes
go.
down, and then they rotate around. Sage joining Raze over at B, but there is a camera straight down B long, however, that is going to see them. Cypher and Sage with the standard 2-person setup on the defense from M8HEXA, trying to hold down B side. A bit of action should
Yeah.
be happening
Mochi's
once the
playing
smoke
super
clears and once they
aggressive
go
here.
around the corner.
No, now Mochi's
3v1
yeah, forcing the
though.
aftershock, and he's gonna get taken out by Valensible instead of the aftershock. Now they're gonna just push through Heavens, which is somewhat of the better idea because they know the other players are definitely in A. Because as long as you know the positions, this is what I mean. You kind of have to make sure that you keep things changing, you know. But they keep going for the same agents on the same sites, and once you take a player down, specific agent down, for example, if you take the Brimstone down, and you kind of know that, okay, that means the Brimstone's in A, and then we killed the Reyna, and the Reyna is always playing B, and this time around, it's pretty obvious that B is pretty much open, right? So, right now, last round before the swap here, Celeste currently on a roll, leading with 7 points in this map. What might potentially be the last map of this best out of 3 series.
Yes, this should do.
Yeah, I mean, they did win game number 1, so for M8HEXA to come back into the series, they do have to win this game and then win game 3 over on Haven, so definitely an uphill battle for them if they want to carry on through to the finals. Would be a really disappointing finish, I think, for M8HEXA if they did go down here, because they did end 3rd, 4th in Valorant Open Season 1, so dropping this game to Celeste would mean another 3rd, 4th finish, so they definitely don't want that.
Neurotef have been utilized here by Kiro, and right now information has been given. Mochi with that information that was given and got a really good double kill as well. Now it's gonna be a 1 versus 4 situation.
Yeah, this might be the turnaround. Celeste only have their Cypher left up, and a Cypher, I mean, on the attack, not the strongest. However, it is Ayumi though, going on the hunt with the sniper. Does go wide, down to 15 health as well. Now they know that she's here. That's gonna be an easy pickup for M8HEXA. 9 and 3 going into the pistol round.
Yeah, they won so many rounds. It's perfectly fine, and now it's gonna be a switcheroo. It's 9-3, and on defense yet again as well for Celeste. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with Split, right? We see even in a lot of professional play where a lot of Split games just end up in flat-out draws, just because after the swap, once you get D-side, a lot of teams just don't drop rounds, and then the games drag on for so long that eventually it gets called a draw. So we'll see how this works out. M8HEXA gonna have to fight hard if they want to be in this one. The thing is, for the pistol round, as you mentioned time and time again, teams don't have full utility, they don't have full buys either, so it just comes up to straight up shooting, which we know that M8HEXA is good at.
Yeah, I assume she's gonna actually utilize the Boombot to push through mid. Taretio definitely feeding at her right now, with leading the pack with 14-8 in terms of KDA, 14-8-3 to be exact, and right now pushing towards Showers, and literally the only one here on Showers. 10 HP, Raze versus Raze, both of them super low. But at least on the side of the Taretio gets the heal from her teammates. And this time around, Valensible is going to be able to understand that there might be an A push, and the rotation. Look at how quick the rotations are coming from the side of Celeste. Celeste already will be able to take one down. And Neri getting the really good entry frag for her teammate as well. And Neri gets a second one with the headshot. Beautiful fault line as well, but blocks by the wall. And now, Celeste coming from behind. No one covering. All they need to do is take this last play on site here. Diana's going to get taken out, and there you go. Equal opportunity for everyone. Everyone got a kill except for Iceberg, though. But it's perfectly fine. And there you got a triple kill. I do believe so with the 3 orbs. And, yeah. I mean, no, I think she got an extra orb earlier on. So that's why she's three orbs right now. Wait, what am I saying? Yes, you're right. I'm right. Yes, I'm right. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore, man.
Yeah, I think she picked it up before the plan.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
You are right.
I'm always right. No.
I mean, well, about that, I wasn't sure how to tell you, but
Look, I was doubting myself, and I
never doubt
Yeah,
yourself.
exactly. I was gonna say that.
You
Never
are
doubt
a
yourself.
king. Never doubt yourself.
Yes.
Yes. Yep, so first pistol round going to go over to Celeste, which means M8HEXA will be in the situation where they have to, they are forced to eco this round. You can see it's going to be mostly Spectres up against 3 Classics, 2 Ghosts.
Look at the Ritter actually feeling herself, buying in the light armor along with a Vandal as well. So she has to win
Typical.
this. But man, I mean, if
Typical.
you're
So
leading
typical.
15-8, it's
She lost
yeah.
70 over health from the light shield as well.
yeah, it's fine right
55.
now.
Yeah.
Valence actually instead Valence was actually gonna go up with the flanks and get that really good double kill. And Toriteo's coming in, knowing that the remaining 2 are in
Omen Smoke's
Ramen.
going
Here
down
takes one.
straight through
The last
Omen
one is
Smoke
in mid as
though.
well. Valenciba will be able to take down the 3K, and now picking up the Vandal as well. So economy still pretty good here for the side of Celeste, and finally guns up.
Oh
for both
my
teams.
god, and Aries bought a sniper. It's game over. She's gone for the light shield and sniper.
I'm not really sure because
Round 3 up.
it really depends on whether she can actually land the first shot, because especially when
We've
you play
seen her,
Aphid-
I mean, we've seen her Reyna sniper pretty much
yeah, but this time she's
all
playing,
of last
she's
game.
playing Breach though.
Yeah,
It's
but
a
I
bit
mean, her
different.
aim's still the same, so
Yeah, she
her game
cannot
is-
miss the first shot, because the moment you face that first shot, you're not able to actually change positions because you're Breach and you don't have Omen's Shadow Step, or you don't have Jet's Tailwind. And yeah, you actually called it. She get the really good first kill against Trix. Find out. Try to pop the flash. Flashing through. Does not get anyone though. Right now, fault line coming in. This is gonna be a huge fault line. It's gonna be able to get 2 players. Diana actually peeking even after getting hit by the fault line, and right now 12-3, and I don't think they're gonna be come back from this because they have to eco this round, either soft buy as well. And yeah, 12-3.
they have to buy for sure.
Yeah, they have
because
to,
it's
they have to
match
soft
point.
buy.
They
They
have
have
no
to buy the
choice.
Spectres. They have to buy the
They have
armor
no
as well.
choice. Yikes.
But yeah, they're gonna full on Spectres,
Yep,
full on
5
full armor as well. I
Spectres.
think this is still doable somewhat as long as they get the entry frags. It's all about the entry frags here. So I would really expect them to full rush maybe a site without splitting up, but I guess not, because if you can tell that Diana is
and
actually going through sewers all alone.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go for a pick before they decide and commit on a site. But they're going to 3-man push mid. Meanwhile, kind of hedging their bets here. 1 person B main, 1 person A main, 3 over around mid side. Sage Wall is going to come up to really block off any advances. Sage Q as well as the nades, and whew, that is one massive AoE. Both Sage slowers being used, and that's a really aggressive play from Iceberg right there on top of the Sage Wall. Does pick up 2.
Now the only one alive in sewers is going to be Diana, and Diana only has 41 health remaining. She can probably wait like 25 seconds. You have time. You have 1 minute. Wait 20 seconds. Get the heals back up.
She's used to it.
And
She's
then-
been here before. She's
And also-
literally here every single round.
Okay, and also point out that Trix has only 2 remaining orbs here to get the ultimate. So if she can get a really good double kill, and then pop out the Empress, which increases the fire rate, that's gonna increase the possibility of a clutch here in this match and this specific round as well, because this is map point.
Yeah, they need it.
They have to do this.
Trix knows they need it.
Yeah,
They
especially 30 seconds remaining, you have to do this. Gets 1.
That's 1. 3
Leo
more. 3
needs to
more.
go for it.
Can
Now
she
they're just
do
playing
it?
for time. I don't think they're gonna go for it. They're just gonna wait, play for time. Yeah, there you go. There you go. And there he actually pops in, goes through ropes, and you know what? I'm just gonna shoot you with a op through ropes, and yeah, 13-3. That's more convincing than the first map itself on Ascent. And Celeste proving themselves to be the favorites in this tournament.
What's really scary for me, and I think for whichever team ends up facing Celeste in the final, is that they started out on the attacking side and went 9-3 into the swap, which is something you pretty much don't see happen on Split that often. Yeah, the thing is, yeah, but huge props to both of these teams. M8HEXA, I mean, had very good showings in the group stages yesterday. Also, especially, I think in the first half of the game of Game 1 over on Ascent, they played very well as well. I mean, I'm sure they were hoping for a higher place finish just because they ended 3rd, 4th last month in the first Valorant Open, and this time it is going to be a 3rd, 4th place finish for them again. However, Celeste will be making it the first team to make it through into our finals that will be played in just a bit. Our second semifinal, though, is still being played right now. It's Team BB versus Ahu VALORANT. It's still being played, so we're not too sure just yet which team will make it into the final to go up against Celeste. But with that, guys, we're going to go for a short break before we come back with our grand finals, a best of 3 for the second season of the Female Esports League Valorant Open. You don't want to miss it. We'll see you later.